Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we will explain more about the one of the important sections in ever intermediate rulings, which are the rulings of Noon, Sakin, and Tanween. First one we will start with today, inshallah, which is the ruling of Izhar Halqi, which is the clarity of Noon, Sakin, and Tanween, which is exactly the normal thing that we will study. And when we recite, this is the thing that should be normally recited. Okay, so first thing that the letter Noon is Noon second, specifically the one we talking about here. It's something like just Noon letter, which has like crescent, or Noon letter, which has like nothing on top at all. Okay, so nothing on top of Noon or below. I mean, no haraka at all, or it just has crescent. This is Noon second. Okay, whether it comes at the beginning or middle, comes in the middle or comes in of a word. Oh, inshallah, and this will come later on. We'll discuss this inshallah in details, but right now we focus on the point of noon second or tanween double fatha double dhamma, okay, or whether like just ha where's the hat like that or like these, okay, two dhammas and double kasra. Okay, these also the three kinds of tanween. So if we find one of kinds of tanween or nun sakin ruling followed by some letters which are the letters of izhar here, izhar halqi, the clarity of nun sakin, which is a normal thing as we said. The nun sakin and tanween will be pronounced just clearly, okay, with no gunna. This is the main thing, that we pronounce the noon here and tanween with no gunna, okay, because of what? Because the gunna and izhar halqi are opposites, okay, so we cannot do gunna and izhar at the same time. Definition of izhar halqi, okay, which is a clarity of noon, second, and tanween. Linguistically means revealing or making clear, pronouncing the noon and tanween clearly, showing the making the clarity of noon, second, and tanween. Okay, and it's called halqi because these are the letters of the throat, which are the letters of hamza ha, ayn ha, ghain kha, as here in the book. Okay, so these are here the letters. Okay, or these are the letters of Izhar Halqi, which are Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha. Okay, from down here, if we said this is the throat, for example, so from the deepest part of the throat here, we have the Hamza, Ha, then the middle part, we have Ain and Ha, and then the higher part of the throat, closest to the mouth, which we have here Ghain and Kha. Okay, Ghain and Kha. Then we have Ain and Ha, okay? And then we have Hamza and Ha, deepest part of the throat and closest to the chest. Okay, these are the letters of Izhar. Izhar Halqi. Izhar Halqi. So Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, and Kha. Okay, so the reason of this, of the Izhar, which is important here, that the reason of making the Nun Sak or Tanween clearly pronounced is that we like we find that the two places or 2 points of articulations here, okay, are what the 2 points of articulation here, which are the throat and the nun second place, which is the tip of tongue, and the gums of the front to upper incisor. These two places are actually distant, far away from each other. That's why there is no need to merge. There is no need to hide. There is no need to convert the nun second tanween to a meme, for example, as happens in iqlab. Okay, so basically, once you find nun second or tanween followed by any ruling of noon sakin again or tanween followed by any letter of sorry, so once again, if we have noon sakin or tanween followed by any letter of hamza, ha, ayn, ha, ghain, kha, what should we do? That we would just basically we're gonna pronounce the noon sakin or tanween clearly, with no hiding, with no merging, with no converting to something, just clearly, just the normal thing. Again, just the normal thing. Normally pronouncing the noon sakin and tanween. For example, here It's the so we have a question here. So might someone says, why actually we gonna study this if it's a normal thing? The normal thing because what comes we study it because what comes after will be something different. Okay, that's why it's really important to study the letters of nun, second, and tanween because what comes after will be like case of idgham and the kinds of idgham, and then the case of converting iqlab, and then the case after that comes like hiding ikhfa and so on. Okay, which are these will be actually like important inshallah afterwards. Let's go to here the first example. Here we have kullun amana. Okay, so tanween, and don't forget that here, or you can notice easily that the tanween with dhamma here, it takes that shape, okay, or that form. Double dhamma, not double dhamma, but just one dhamma, and it wears a hat, okay, which were something like that before, as some scholar says, okay, and then drop that dot inside. So this is actually the sign of noon. So it's just something like the dhamma wears a hat, okay. So here tanween followed by the letter hamza. So this tanween was done will be clearly pronounced. And we say kullun amana like that. And then the same thing we see here, man amana. So the hamza here, let's try another letter. This tanween also followed by the ha. So the first question that we have always to ask ourselves, is this ha a letter of clarity, a letter of izhar? Yes, that's right. Hamza ha, so ha one of them. So we're gonna say here جروفنهار. Okay, so جروفنهار. We're gonna make the N sound clear. And we say جروفنهار. Again, جروفنهار. So the N sound here is clearly pronounced. Another one, which is one example of tanween followed by the ayn. Ayn letter is one of them. So say with one of the throat letters. So say here حقيق كن على. Again حقيق على كن على كن حقيق على, like that. Okay, here let's go another example of nun second. Okay, this nun second followed by the letter ayn. Okay, so the question is ayn one of izhar letters? Yeah, sure. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make the noon second clearly pronounce it because of the ayn. Ayn letter is following, or is followed by the ayn, and ayn is one letter of izhar. So we say here, man amil, for example, you see the n, man amila, without man amila. It's not man amila. Don't like continue, don't make ghunna clear than it should be. Okay, so there's no much known here, but just you need to give like in sound clearly pronounce it. Okay. For example, also the which is really common here, like example, which is an example of in Surah Fatiha. صراط الذين, you say أنعمت, an. So the noon here sound, or the noon letter will be clearly pronounced because it's followed by the ayn. And what is important here that you focus on the letters, and also we have something very important that it helps. For example, this shape of tanween double dhamma, it just wears a hat like that. So once you find dhamma like this you just without looking to the next letter, it means that it's a case of clarity and izhar. So the noon second or tanween here will be clearly pronounced. For the noon letter shape, okay, it will find always has crescent. Okay, once again, the noon letter, you're gonna find it has crescent in case of Izhar Halqi. So the crescent here would be a sign of clarity of the noon. Okay, so once you find a sign without the need to look at what letter comes after, you just like know that, or make sure that this noon will be clearly pronounced because it has a crescent, the sukoon sign in top of it. That's all about Izhar, just in brief. Jazakumullah khairan. And we inshallah for let's inshallah we're gonna do more inshallah videos talking about more of tajweed rulings. Hope you got benefit from this like video, and assalamu alaikum.